Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the new Inside Out 2, a sequel to the 2015 movie from Pixar, as you would expect. It's a new release, and I haven't talked about movies on this channel in a couple months, so I figured I'd talk about it, because it's one I'm actually kind of interested in talking about. So first, we'll cover the spoiler-free stuff, and yeah, I'll just get straight to the point. The movie is good. Is it as good as the first movie? I'd say so. I think they're pretty even. I don't think it pulls as heavy emotionally as the first one does, because there's a couple moments in the first one that everyone knows pull really hard, but I still think there's effective moments here, but they don't just quite get you to cry and stuff, or at least I didn't get me to cry in the same way the first one did. However, there's still a ton of really cool ideas here. There's some really fun characters and gags that I don't want to go into because I think they're best left to being seen when you see the movie instead of knowing ahead of time that they're going to show up, because there are some gags that I would not have had as much fun with if they had been spoiled to me first. So I'm going to try in this section to just avoid that. But yeah, there's some really fun gags here. There's some really unique ideas. And then yeah, overall, it just really fleshes out the way the first one did, all the emotions in the world of the mind and stuff really well. It adds some new things, and they work really well. And there's a ton of fun stuff. Like I'm trying to avoid saying too much because I think there's some really fun ideas that I think are best left to be heard about when you actually see the movie instead of hearing about them beforehand, as I did, because I saw the trailers, but I didn't see much else beyond that. I saw the trailers from seeing other movies in theaters, but otherwise, I didn't watch any of the other marketing for this movie. I didn't see any of the clips they uploaded online or anything. I generally avoided what they had online. I didn't see the final trailer. I don't know what that one has, because that one came out earlier this week, and I don't know what's in there, so I can't say if that gives away any of the things I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, just generally, I want to try to keep it simple and just say, yeah, there's some really cool ideas and gags here, and they're really fun, and it's not as unique as the first movie given that it's a sequel, but it's still got some fun ideas here that expand on the lore of the first one and expand on some of the ideas the first one had, and it's just a fun time with those. And then with the characters, Riley gets some cool developments and stuff with new things entering her teenage life with all these more complex emotions and these things of worrying about her future and stuff. That's really fun. That gives more motivation, and that keeps you interested in her character beyond just the emotions. But also the emotions all have really cool character developments too. Joy gets some really cool, interesting development, particularly involving her kind of worrying about her purpose now that Riley's older. And I don't want to get into that too much either, because obviously I don't want to spoil the character arcs, but there's some cool stuff with her. There's the emotions aren't as detailed. It's mainly just joy and anxiety get character arcs, but both of them are really well done, and even the other ones are still fun and still have their moments. So overall, the characters are just still a blast, just like the first movie. We do get more of the other emotions besides joy and sadness this time, because they get to come along on the adventure. So it's fun to get to hang out with them a little more and get to see them interacting with the main character for more than just the beginning and the end. And overall, it's just, the characters are really good. The story is pretty simple, as you would expect. It's just point A to point B thing. If you've seen the trailer, you kind of know that they get trapped, and then they have to go back, but there's a special thing that they have to go grab on their way back. But still, it's a pretty simple point A, B, C. It's not particularly complex, but I didn't expect it to be, and for what it is, it works. It's not great as a story, but it's fine. It's serviceable, and because the emotions that you feel and the emotion characters and Riley's journey and all that, it works just fine. It's not bringing the movie down. It's perfectly acceptable. It didn't need to be great. It works, and that's all it really needed to do. But yeah, overall, this was just a fun movie. Like, I liked it. Like I said, it's not as good as the first one. Yeah, well, it is as good as the first one, but it's not as emotional as the first one, which I didn't expect it to be, because the first one had a lot heavier of a development period for Riley, and it had some really big stuff happen, and the acceptance of sadness and stuff in one's life is obviously a little more sad, but it's still a fun movie. It's still a fun time, and I think it's on par with the first one. I think if you liked the first movie, yes, you should check it out. If you didn't like the first movie, then no, but most people liked the first movie, so yeah, I'd say it's worth a watch, and yeah, I liked it. It was fun. It was a good movie. So yeah, that's what I've got to say that's spoiler-free. So let's real quick dive into spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler warning's up. So I want to talk about some of the stuff I liked that is spoilery. So one of the main things I talked about was the gag characters, which I didn't really want to spoil. But given we're in the spoiler section, I'm assuming you've either seen the movie or you don't care. So what I gotta say was, like, my favorite gag of the movie with the characters and stuff was, like, the cartoon character that they had that was, like, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse inspired, with the little pouch and stuff, like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or Dora, stuff like that. It was cool and it was fun, and the way they did the gag was awesome. How they had it call out to the audience to say the thing, so then the emotions had to say it to get the pouch to open up or whatever, and how he'd look around with the audience, there'd be nothing in the... I liked that. That was a cute gag. It was fun, and it was just very entertaining, and I liked when they brought the pouch back later to try to help them out of a scenario and stuff. It was cute. It was very fun. The video game character that Riley had a crush on in the past that she was embarrassed about was fun. That was a cool one. His ability was really goofy and stupid, and I thought it was quite funny. And then the deep dark secret that's built up while they're in the vault that they leave behind because it's too soon. That in the end is like something they already kind of knew about, and it's just not even that big of a deal anymore. It was funny. That was a funny reveal at the end. But yeah, there's the other gags, like with them going where Anxiety has the computer thing to make up these different terrible scenarios, and they build up the good ones. How they have all these weird ideas that they build up, and like when Anger shows up, the one that how he's not always the angry guy was cute. But yeah, there's some very funny stuff here. And then yeah, the story with Anxiety overtaking Riley and feeling that she needs to be in control of everything, and then the emotions realizing that they don't need to control Riley, that Riley needs to control herself, and that they just need to be there for her to let out her emotions when she wants them to. Was cool. That was a cute message. That was fun. It's not a super deep message, but it's still a good one. It's still one that is important, and it's fun. It's a good message. And then, yeah, the whole arc with Joy about having to let go of her own control, because in the same way Anxiety has been controlling Riley, she has been, even if she doesn't really realize it, that she's been trying to control Riley, making her always be happy and stuff, which isn't going to be how it is, because she's at that point in her life where she's not going to be happy all the time, so it's weird to force her to be. And the whole line about how she doubts herself, thinking that there might be a certain age where you don't need joy anymore, was cute, and her questioning her worth and stuff. It was a good moment for her character, and it was a welcome one. But yeah, seeing how Joy and Anxiety are kind of like two sides of the same coin, in the way they are both over-controlling and want to be the one to steer the ship because they think they know what's best for her, when really it should be up to her to figure it out, was a good message, and it led to them having cool character arcs, especially for one of them being a new character. It was nice how quickly you were able to get into and care for that emotion, because they were just introduced in this movie. It's an effective start And it's an effective character arc between the two of them. And overall, it's just really interesting. It's a cool way to do these characters, to build them up to be opposites of each other in a way, but at the same time, they're the same in a lot of ways. Even if they're going for different things, they're still going about it the same way. And it was cool. Like I said, I liked that. The other emotions, like I said, didn't have much character arcs, but I still thought they were funny. I still thought they got to do fun stuff, like Sadness breaking back into HQ was very fun. Try to think of what the other ones did besides just make gags and stuff. The way Anger has some fun jokes. Disgust and Fear also both have some fun jokes. How Fear has the little parachute in his tie at all times or whatever, because he's the fear emotion and he's scared of everything. So he has it on him at standby for emergencies, just because for some reason he thought that was going to happen. Which, I mean, it ended up coming in use, but... And then Disgust with the whole, like, crush on the video game character and stuff was fun. Like I said, even when they don't have big arcs, they're still fun. The new ones also Envy, Ennui, which is Boredom, and Embarrassment all have some fun stuff too. The way Embarrassment helps Sadness out when she's breaking into HQ. And, yeah, how Boredom just sits around most of the time and she controls the panel with her phone. It was fun. That was cool. That was entertaining. But yeah, it's cute. They had cute characters. The two big ones had their own arcs, but otherwise, they're still cute characters. They still got to have fun moments. So overall, yeah, the characters are fun, like I said. And then, yeah, like, the story, I will say, like I said, was pretty simple. The whole, oh yeah, they got kicked out of HQ with the sense of worth or whatever, so they had to go over to the back of the mine to grab the sense of worth and then go back. That's just a simple get to this point in backstory, which isn't necessarily a new thing, but it works. It's fine. It didn't need to be super complex. And then, yeah, the whole story with Riley building up her hockey career. She wanted to make this future for herself in high school. Well, Anxiety wanted to, so she was pushing for it, seeing her development, how she's got more complicated emotions and how she's getting older and has more to worry about was cool. Yeah, you just see how she had to struggle with these things, with these differences of wanting to spend this last time with your best friends before they go to a different school, or if you want to try to get new friends for the future while you have this chance in advance. It was nice. It was good. It was good. It was a nice story. It was a nice story, and it was good. I don't know what else to say beyond that, really, but it was good. It was cute. It was fun. It was simple, but it works really well. But yeah, overall, I think that's about all I have to say about the movie now, including spoilers, because I don't know. I plan on seeing this one again soon, but I've only seen it once so far, so this is all I really have to say. It didn't, amaze me. It isn't, one of the best movies I've seen in years or anything. It's just a really solid, fun movie. It's really good. It's not perfect. It's got its issues, but overall, it's a fun time. And if you're someone who's still watching and hasn't seen the movie yet for the spoiler section, I'd recommend, even though you've heard a bunch of spoilers now, to still go check it out, because it is a fun movie. It is worth seeing. But now, with that said, that's the end of this discussion here. So I hope to see you all later when I eventually, for some reason, make a new video, because it happens once every few months now. But yeah, anyway, yap. Thank you for watching the video. I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.